1 second. All right, so are we live? Oh, Tim just texted me, smile. There you go. I guess we are live. Okay, hold on 1 second here. Got my phone. That's not working for shit. As usual. Nope, got that working. Post new thread. Are you guys ready? Are we live right now, Austin?
We are.
Click here. Copy and paste. And we should be live. Okay, so guys, today is kind of a test and tune. We actually we're bringing back the live streams, and we were going to have guests and bring them down to the office and talk about some local businesses that are starting up and talking about what's going on in the industry. And we had a whole slew of fun things planned for us, and then this freaking COVID thing happened and kind of put us at a little bit of a standstill. As a matter of fact, our first guest this week was going to be a guy. He's based out of Phoenix, but he's got offices everywhere. That was going to do. He's one of those guys that you call him and he goes to the MVD and does the title work and does all the paperwork for you and all that stuff. But with everything going on, he said he has to shut down his offices, and so that's probably not a great idea to do a business and a featured business, I guess you would say, and then drive business to him and then not have him be able to do it, you know? So this was our test and tune day. We actually weren't going to go live at all. We were actually just kind of setting up the cameras and feeling out the software. It's the first time that Austin's done anything like this, and it's the first time that well, it's not the first time I've done a live stream, but it's the first time that we've done it in the office with this Wi-Fi, that computer, these two cameras, this microphone, etc. So it's kind of test and tune day. So I do want to talk a little bit about yesterday, which was a day that will live in infamy, right? You know, yesterday was kind of the darkest day in RDP. A lot of people are really frightened right now, and a lot of people are trying to do what's right for their families. And obviously, there's going to be different viewpoints on that. You know, some people, the CDC actually says we should all stay in place because they don't want people traveling around spreading the thing. That being said, I got to admit, man, I put myself in everybody's shoes, and if I lived in Carlsbad still and I had my machine shop and my family's house in Parker, I'd be like, late, I'm on the freeway. And I've gotten no less than probably 25 texts today from people that are on various stages on their way out here. And obviously the locals are like, fuck you, stay where you're at, you know, don't bring that stuff here. And it's kind of one of those things. Everybody has to look at it from everybody else's position. And the reality of it is even if people do come here, so long as they do it safely, it's not that big of a deal. You know, if people come to their homes in Havasu and they bring, you know, whatever their shelter in place supplies were from home, and they kind of stay in their houses, it's not really that big of a deal. I can tell you that this town has been a little bit overloaded. Obviously, our grocery stores have been impacted, much the same as everywhere across the country, and it's weird to get toilet paper and you know, which that makes zero sense to me. The toilet paper is not a necessity for survival. That is literally stupid on every level. But I actually have our assistant out trying to get toilet paper for the office right now, and she should be back any minute. But toilet paper is not a necessity, guys. That is not a big. That's not a big one for survival. You know, honestly, ammunition is, and pretty much all the ammunition sold out of Mojave County as of yesterday, to my knowledge. But all the gun stores are working hard and fast and furious to get it restocked. So let's have some faith on that. It will get restocked, and I'm not sure that ammunition is the solution to that too. There's many debates on that that could be had. You know, most of the people that live out here already have thousands of rounds, myself included.
I just bought 6 off for this.
So that's the last?
Last in Havasu, guys.
So you guys are screwed. The assistant just came back with It looks like toilet paper. And what do we got in here?
Strapped up. Last AR in town.
Did
Hoping
you get
for
the
more
last one?
bullets.
So she got us a gun too. So apparently there's no reason to even go to the stores because Amber here has been searching day and night for toilet paper and guns, and we got the last two. So let's all calm down with that. Let's take a look at what we got here. Ah, this one's not mine. This is a new one. Yep. Old style grip up front. Yep. No, that's the real deal. So no more of those in town. Oh, wait a minute. We're gonna have to throw a little plug in for a good friend of mine, Patrick, over at Against All Enemies. That's right. He went to Utah, and last I heard, we should have a huge shipment of guns and ammunition in tomorrow at Against All Enemies over here on McCulloch. So don't panic, guys. They make more bleach. They make more toilet paper. Amber coming in with that was a joke, by the way. We already have this stuff stocked in the office as well.
Last one.
That's the last one, right? No, it's not that big of a deal, guys. They're gonna restock the stores. They're gonna restock the ammo. They're gonna restock all this stuff. So let's talk about something else. You know, everybody's really doom and gloom right now about the economy, and as they should be, right? We all watch the stock market literally take 30+% nosedives, and it's scary. But something that you don't hear from all the doom and gloomers is, what about the grocery stores? They're selling more shit than they've ever sold, right? Everybody that works in the supply chain of a grocery store is making more money than ever. I tried to buy a freezer the other day, and simply because our freezers were full, and we have a shipment coming in from Joel for the beef, and I had actually sold one of my freezers just a little while back because I didn't think we needed that much, but now I'm trying to get another one. Do you know that you cannot buy one chest freezer in the entire goddamn United States right now? Obviously, the freezer companies are doing well. The gun companies are doing well. The ammunition companies are doing well. And things haven't slowed down for us at all. As a matter of fact, Amber, the lovely assistant over here, she had to go and open up a house today, and Andrea showed a house today. We have 3 people coming in this weekend to look at houses. So a little plug for the wife there. If you guys are looking for your doomsday house, now would be a great time to buy. Or if you're looking to free up some cash for the potential economy downturn, if you want to call it that, we'd be happy to sell it for you. So I just don't think this is going to be as bad as everybody's making it out to be. I think it's going to be a flash in the pan, to be honest with you. As for getting back onto the RDP thing, I realize everybody's stressed out, guys, but and I understand that if you're watching the news, which I have been, you know, I watch a lot of Al Jazeera and BBC. I try to keep my news a little more worldly instead of just what's going on here locally, especially with our leftist media outlets like CNN and fake news and all that shit. But I truly believe this is going to be a flash in the pan. I think that you coop people up for 2-3 weeks in their houses. When they come out of those houses, they're going to be going to every restaurant in town. They're going to be going on cruises. They're going to spend more money than they know what to do with because cabin fever, basically. So, any subjects you could think of, Austin, that we haven't covered yet?
How's the stream working?
How is the stream working, guys? I personally can't see any comments, and I haven't, I had to check the thread there. This is our test and tune, like I said. Finally got a microphone, the wisdom of RDP, whatever, yep. Already got a blue microphone, a Yeti you can use. I'll give it to you if you pay shipping. Well, I appreciate that, Dan. And also, I got your message. I will give you a shout tomorrow on your buddy advertising on the board. I appreciate that very much. Thank you. So, let's open it up to live callers. How does that sound? If you have my number, it's 949-678-8369, and we'd be happy to field a few questions. We got about 15-20 minutes before I got to run home and do the emergency take Grandpa off-roading thing. As you can see, you know what? One thing I'll talk about is Main Street today and what happened yesterday. A lot of reason why the locals are stressed out, even coming down to my office today, there was more people on Main Street just walking around and touching everything. Oh, there's Diamond Dave over there. Haven't seen him forever. Um, anyhow, Diamond Dave's out cruising on his hot rod. It is hot rod night on Main Street, but there's a lot of people out walking around and literally touching everything, man. I watched two people come out of the ice cream shop and the mom and the kids and all that, and they're licking their ice cream. And then I watched them all take a lick off each other's ice cream, and I was like, wow. And then I watched them touch the across the street thing, and then they kind of reached for our door, and I locked it. So make the point clear, don't touch my door. We are a corona-free environment down here right now, and I'm not talking about the beer. We are Lysol in the handles and bleaching everything, and gave a little shout out to Wendy from Academy Mortgage. She was passing out hand sanitizers a few months ago, and those turned out to be really handy. Way to be ahead of the curve there, Wendy. Way to be ahead of the curve. Amber here at the storefront would like to maintain her employment, and so she has told me to mention to you guys that there is a 19% off discount code for COVID-19, and the discount code in the storefront is Corona. And you see the 3 trailer hitches in front of me. We put those in the storefront, and we did them for 50% off. So what is the price on those, Amber, right now?
$59.99.
$59.99. It's actually about exactly what I paid for them to get made. They are CNC machined, stainless hardware, hard anodized, powder coated bases. They're pretty dope, actually. You guys will like these quite a bit. And one of the upsides of buying those is if we do go full apocalypse and you have that in the back of your truck, you're less likely to get shot by another well-armed RDP member. So let's put that in there. I got a little message from Bullhead Vic here. BHC Vic says you all need to simmer down. And Vic, I agree with you 100%. I think the world's gone crazy. I also think that they're being bombarded by news outlets that are telling them we're all going to die. And I don't think that's the case. We actually have what I believe to be a case of the coronavirus. My nephew has it. It is very serious. It's somewhere in between, right? Like the pendulum swings both ways. On this side, you got the media, we're all going to die. On this side, you got people saying it's nothing but a sore throat. And the reality of it is it's somewhere in the middle, okay? You can't, for these people that are saying it's nothing but a sore throat, well, that's fine. Why are they shutting down entire countries and getting ready to do martial law over in Orange County and, all this crazy stuff? It's not a sore throat. If it was a sore throat, nobody would care. That being said, realistically, if you're under 60 years old and you don't have pre-existing respiratory problems or underlying health issues, the odds are like 97% you're going to survive. So let's not all just die just yet. Let's not all freak out just yet. That was pretty much our test and tune. Unless anybody wants to call, we can have a little first-time caller. Should we call the wife, see how she's doing? We got Grandpa in the garage. We have him little senior labor. It's kind of like child labor, but more effective because they're smarter. And he is literally assembling hundreds of these trailer hitches. If you go on the storefront again, you can buy them at $59.95. Amber, we might have a screw up there. If they introduce the code while that's in checkout, does it work? Good.
It does not.
Okay, I don't want to actually lose money on these things. Breaking even, I'm okay with. Losing money, I'm not. So you might have to place 2 orders, but if you put in the notes, well, how'd that work with shipping?
Shipping's still $9.50.
So if they had to,
Orders only.
can they place an order for a hitch and then place clothing order, and the discount goes to the clothing order all in one order?
That is a great question. I haven't had somebody apply the discount to a clothing order inside the same order as the tow hitch.
We're going to have to look into that after the live stream. This is Dave.
Dave, okay, I'll be the first-time caller. It's LHC boy. What's happening?
Oh, we got Big Tim over in Florida.
Yes, sir.
You got to turn down the radio there, bud. Long time listener, first time caller.
First-time caller.
Well, I heard over in Florida they're prepping for a hurricane.
Yeah, we got the cone of uncertainty going on out here.
Right?
We just quite can't figure it out.
I talked to my buddy Jonathan, and he said the stores looked like a hurricane was coming. Everybody cleared out water and other supplies.
Absolutely. Well, they're closing all the beaches out here. The big thing is that we get a lot of tourists, obviously, here. Not shit I'm new here. Okay? It's been here a year and a half.
Right.
But, you know, if everybody just hunkers down in their place, then they won't distort the numbers so bad. You know, you get people that come down here that might come down here on vacation, have it, then all of a sudden we're spiking up number-wise. Then they go back home, take it back home with them. They're spiking up there. Yeah,
Well, it's an
hunker down in
interesting thing you brought up is the number spiking, and honestly, I have a lot of friends again in the medical field and in law enforcement and even in other areas, and they were saying people are going to start panicking because the numbers are going to spike, but the numbers are the numbers. It's the fact that they're getting more and more people tested now. As a matter of fact,
You're absolutely
one of the things that's going to be released tonight or tomorrow is they have over 800 cases of it in San Diego County alone now. And like yesterday, it was like 20 or 12 or something. And so when people see that go from 18 or 20 to 800, they're going to lose their minds. But the reality of it is it was already there. They're just getting the test positive now.
We have a friend, very good friend, Sue does, in Birmingham, Alabama. She had bronchitis, got rid of that, traveled to California because her in-laws own a CPA company in Southern Cal, Newport Beach, and they needed help because one of them were sick. So she went out there for 3 weeks, worked with them. She came back. She's experiencing the symptoms of the coronavirus, can't breathe, congested.
Awesome.
Been to the doctors. They don't have any tests. In Birmingham, Alabama, there's one facility. They get 500 test kits a day. They start at 10 o'clock. People line up at 6 to go through. She was down there this morning trying to get in, and people are standing around going, well, I hope I test positive so I can have 2 weeks off for paid vacation. Now,
I got news for them. They're going to get 2 weeks off either way.
Yeah, absolutely right. And these are people, Dave, he used to run the Sterilite plant out there in Havasu. So, you know, they were used to the small town of Havasu and obviously went to Birmingham, Alabama. And it's just, it's crazy leaving a small town. And sometimes I wish I was kind of back in Havasu now because of that. But we got hospitals everywhere, urgent care everywhere.
No, I think if you're going to get it, you'd rather be in a big facility like that. It's just I honestly believe the odds are less you're going to get it in a smaller town, you know, because the population's small. So if people do get it here and it cycles through or whatever, so long as they're not spreading it, it's going to cycle through. And there's a percentage of people, call it 30% of the people get it in Havasu, right? Or 30% of the people get it in San Diego. San Diego is a population of what, like 3 million? And Havasu's 55,000, which I always thought that was inflated. So 30% of the people here, it could be, you know, it could be the RV club that gets it, which I don't have any interaction with, and maybe they all get it and it passes through or whatever. You know, I just hope people are responsible, and which is kind of a shitty thing. Honestly, people are not being responsible out here. The bars were packed every single freaking day except for last night. And the only reason they weren't packed last night is because there was a river coming down McCulloch. It was raining so hard you couldn't see in front of your face. And that kind of sucks, you know. Like, I came down to unload our trailer into, please, guys, use your hand sanitizer. But a better thing would be stay out of the goddamn bars. What is wrong with you? You know?
I was talking to Pat. Yeah, Pat's not even going in the bars anymore right now. And he's a diehard drinker at the bar.
Yeah,
so,
you and
you know,
Pat and me both, you know. And I'm not saying that to affect the local economy, but it's here, guys. I mean, and if it's here, it's spreading, and it's spreading fast. So, like, why would you go to a bar? I don't care if it's half capacity or not. If somebody touches the counter and you touch the counter within like an hour later, you got it now. And then you touch something else and on and on. I mean, that is literally, a lot of people don't really understand the definition of a virus. A virus is something that reproduces itself. That's why, actually, you know, to relate it to an RDP term, if you see a meme or you see a video and they call it going viral, that's the same way a disease spreads. That's why they call it going viral. And a viral is just an organism that repeats it. It just copies itself and continues to copy itself on surfaces, and it lives well in living organisms, you know, so who knows.
Yeah. Well, like I said, I'm going to go hunker down in the golf and the sandbar this weekend, actually tomorrow afternoon, and go straight out there, party, come back, go back out there, and there ain't nobody around there. They shut the beaches down, so it'll be kind of nice. So
Well, if you
Hey,
do see
but
anybody,
real
keep your
quick.
6 foot distance, right?
Yeah, no shit. Don't come to my boat. I only got enough for me.
Yeah.
Just a quick thing, change the subject a little bit. When are we going to see luxury center consoles with some content and going forward on that, Dave?
So we have over a year of content stacked up on Luxury Center Console. Dina Rella has been doing a great job. She's worked for me for over a year now, down in Florida, writing content for it. We've released some of that content on RDP. My guys are literally dialing in the classifieds right now. I told them I'm not doing any more projects until the classifieds are officially finished. We are beta testing the classifieds on RDP right now. Members have already uploaded boats. Maxed Out Marine and Troy from Interceptor are the first two companies that are beta testing, which Troy hasn't done it yet. He's actually on Rice Road on the way out here. But they're going to be beta testing the dealer ads tonight. We have to do some dial in to get those ads to show up on the front page, some other dial in to have promoted member ads show up on the front page. And after that, I think we're pretty close to done other than styling. So when that's done, I pay the final payment for the classifieds, and then we're going to launch Luxury Center Consoles next. And so then, realistically, since we have nothing else going on with this virus, I'm guessing 3 weeks, done, up and rolling, and then we'll start the marketing campaigns on that. The big thing with Luxury Center Consoles that we're doing that's different is we are doing it in multiple languages, so it will be worldwide instead of just kind of focusing on us. We've had a lot of the articles translated, and as we go further into that, we're actually going to have a lot of the videos translated into multiple languages as well. So when a
Yeah, I see you're doing some of that already in the mornings. Starting seeing all those ads pop up.
yeah, so we're working on all sorts of stuff here. So, but it's good, man. We miss you and Sue. When are we going to see you come to Havasu?
I was there. You
I
came down and had a
know.
beer with me. I'll be back. I'll be back probably later this year. I haven't worked all week myself, so I've been. I'm fat. I got asthma. I smoke cigarettes and drink beer, so I got to watch out.
Yeah.
I drove to Best Buy to buy Sue a laptop today and did curbside pickup.
Ah!
I felt like a piece of crap doing that, but I did what I did. So.
Well, we had a box delivery show up at our house, and Stacy went to grab it. And I said, "Don't touch that. That guy just touched that." And I said, I literally kind of wheeled it into the house, and I said, "You guys can let that sit there until tomorrow, and then we'll open it, right?"
Yeah,
But
absolutely.
it is what it is.
But no, I'll be out there. The question is, when are you going to get your ass out here?
As soon as this thing blows over, man, I'm ready to go. I'd like to get there before summertime happens, but if not, we'll be out there obviously for Key West in November, and when it starts cooling off a little bit. I hate it. I hate Florida in the summertime, but I love it in the winter. So.
Yep, absolutely.
So something.
Well, Dave,
Thank.
good luck, brother. Good talking to you, and it looks good on the internet here. So.
Well, this is
More of them.
our test and tune day, so we're excited that it looks
There
good.
you go.
And we got 6 minutes
Cool, buddy.
left. All right, thanks, Tim.
Okay, see you, bud. Bye-bye.
We got 6 minutes left here, and so one of the things that Tim brought up is he said he's not working right now. He's been off work for a week. I'm assuming most people know this by now, but if you don't, I haven't done it yet, but we're probably going to. You can literally call all of your creditors. You can call, your mortgage company, your car payment company, health insurance, all of it. You can call every one of them and ask to defer payments right now, and they will, in fact, set aside those payments, I think, until May or June. I'm not sure if that's executive order or not. Austin, do you know if that's executive order?
Don't.
Let's just take it in the hand that maybe these companies are having a heart for what's going on. But you can actually defer all your payments for a month or two. So if you're struggling financially, or if you're not willing to want to send out cash right now, which is a big one for me, we don't have a lot of cash on hand, and the stuff we have, we're trying to hang on to it. So you can defer some of your payments and keep your bank accounts up, So that's a good thing that I found out actually through Wendy, again, at Academy Mortgage, who gave me the hand sanitizer that is my best friend right now. Now, talking a little bit about, Austin, can you change the camera to your right, please? Talking a little bit about sanitary. My friends from California. If you guys know, I got 40 PMs in an hour today about upcoming this and coronavirus that and this. Guys, it's not the end of the world. I know that things are going to get rough, but it's going to be okay. Economy-wise, I personally believe it's going to bounce back. Obviously, it's my best interest to say that, but I don't think it. What does that mean? He's on what?
Stream.
Oh, well, there you go. I don't think, I think this is going to be, if you played tag when you were a kid and people said freeze and you get like a 30-second freeze, I think that we're probably going to get quarantined. It's probably going to be 2 weeks. I think people are going to come out of their houses in cabin fever, and I think they're going to spend boatloads of money. So in my always positive glass half full mindset, I'm believing that the economy, while it took a big dive, I think we're sitting on 11, man. You know, we're playing blackjack, you're sitting on 11s when you double down into your stocks because they're going to jump back up and you're going to get a chance to double your money. Kind of sucks for people that lost a bunch of money in that deal, but being that most of it was sold off, that's why the prices went down. So in an effort to practice safe hygiene, if you do not have one yet, we've had one at the RDP office for quite a while. This down here is a trash can. You do this, the trash can opens. You don't have to touch it. You throw your basura or your waste or your trash in there, and cerrado, it closes. Watch this. Abierto. Abierto says me. Come on, baby girl. There you go. Now she's open. So try not to touch stuff, guys. No more hugs and kisses. No more playing grab ass with coronavirus. Just keep your distance. Joe mentioned possibly a boating get together. I'm all for it. I think we should all go boating. I think we should all go boating together. You know what I don't think we should do? I don't think we should get off on the beach, get drunk, and give each other hugs and kisses. I think we should maintain 6 feet or stay in your freaking boats or whatever you want to do. And if you happen to have latex gloves, use them at the gas pumps. And when you're done with the gas pump, you pull that latex glove inside out and you throw it in the basura, in the trash, right? You don't bring that latex glove back in your car, right? So there's no reason why we still can't have fun. Like I said, I'm taking Grandpa and his brother off-roading here for probably half hour, an hour. We're down at the RDP office. Obviously, we're drinking beers and we're doing okay. And first beer, by the way, guys, number uno. So we're doing okay, and life's not bad. You know, like I said, we're still selling houses and showing houses, and people are buying houses. And the RDP storefront, I believe, what we do yesterday, Amber, 400?
Yeah, a little over.
A little over $400 in clothing sales. So, I mean, if everything was crashing that bad, would we still be selling T-shirts? I don't think so. You know, like, don't believe the hype. The Dow virtually has zero impact in my life because we don't have any stocks. Never learned about those, as it turned out, in high school or my limited amount of college. You know, if you have a small business that's been impacted by this, I truly wish you the best, but I think it's going to come back even stronger as soon as this deal kind of blows over. And yes, Victor, Austin will be at the dam run on August 8th. August 8th, ladies and gentlemen, is the Dam to Dam Run in Lake Mojave. Final subject. It's 4:59, so I got a few minutes left. Desert Storm. Do not call me to see what's going on with Desert Storm. You guys have to ask Christina. I've talked to her many, many times. She is still staying on. She says the event is on. I don't know if that's going to happen or not. My 2 cents is, or RDP's position is if it happens, we will be there no matter what. We will still have the street. I will not have a stage. I won't have a band. I won't have quite as much as we normally put out there, because our typical Desert Storm, we front $30,000 to $40,000 between stages, bands, after parties, helicopters. You know, there's a million things that go on there. Staff, you know, we usually run 3 or 4 photographers. Those are $500 a day, and they, you know, on and on and on. I can't obviously front that kind of cash right now on something that I'm not 100% sure would happen or not happen, or that people would come to even if it did happen. So I have to scale way back. If it happens, the RDP street's still in effect. We will have 2 easy ups there, a couple other vendors in there, and some form of entertainment. I don't think I'm going to do, again, a big stage and a live band and all that, because that's $4,000 or $5,000 just to have entertainment in the booth. We might just bring down, you know, Jason's big car thing with the big stereo and do a DJ, because that's considerably cheaper. So we were gonna have, and the first ever like Miss Desert Storm or Miss RDP. We were gonna have a bikini contest on the live stage this year with like a catwalk out front. We're gonna do some interviews with some people in the industry. I actually have a ton of sponsors for that already, including Desert Storm themselves signed up for 2 girls and I have to actually refund some money on that. I'm giving, actually have like cash magneted to my whiteboard at home that I got to get back to Preston and some other people. But because I don't at this point think we are doing the live stage or the big stage. For right now, I'm just going to refund everybody their money. If this thing blows over in 2 weeks and it's going to be good to go and Desert Storm's happening and we're all feeling good about it, obviously I'll start revamping all that stuff. But as far as I know, Desert Storm is on. I think a lot of vendors like myself will be there no matter what. We will probably just not be there quite as huge as we've gone in the past. And it's for understandable reasons, we have to be careful with our money too, right? So, every year, like I said, we throw out 30, 40 grand, and every year, no matter how much money we make on that street, which is sizable, and sponsors and all this, we literally break even. If not, it costs me $1,000 or $2,000. But as I've always said, it's my favorite event of the year, and it's our thank you to our members. That big after party and the kind of our street party thing that we do in our area. That's kind of our big thank you back. So we're not trying to get rich on it either, So, that's about it. And anyhow, guys, I appreciate you watching the test and tune of the live stream. We will see if we can get somebody down here that's a guest for next week. The first guy was originally going to be, like I said, a title guy that goes to places and does that for you. The second guy that we have lined up is Jeff from London Fog. He's actually doing commercial grade high pressure misting systems for people's homes, and the pricing is more affordable than you would think, I guess you'd say. So we'll talk Jeff into coming down here Wednesday, and even if I got to put him in a body condom and put a put a mask on him, I'll get him down here. And that's pretty much it for now, guys. I appreciate you watching, and I hope everybody is safe, and I hope people don't panic, man. And before I sign off, I do want to say I understand that everybody's stressed out, and I understand that people hate change, and there's a lot of change going on in the world right now. But, like the band on the Titanic, man, you got to be a gentleman to the end, especially on my website. We can't have the members getting after each other with all this stuff. Try to respect other people's positions, even if they aren't the same as your own. Debates are healthy. Obviously, a forum, by definition, is a free exchange of ideas and thoughts. But there's no reason to get personal or argumentative about it. And if you get mad at another member on that forum, there's no reason to take my hats and shirts and throw them in the trash. Like, that was so fucking retarded. I don't even want that guy back on my forum. So 5 o'clock somewhere, good luck on your adventures. But that was literally, I mean, honestly, it hurt my feelings, dude. I had nothing to do with it. Like, what the hell is that all about? So, guys, we love you all. We will see you on Wednesday. Austin, what time do you want to do these? You want to do them when they get home at 5:30 or 6? You want to do them kind of 4 o'clock in the afternoons and invite people to stop by for beers after the thing blows over? Or what do you want to do?
Last one. Sounded good.
4 o'clock to 5 o'clock, something like that, while people still at work?
Yeah.
It might be hard for them to watch at work. I mean, I know I got a screw-off job, but I don't know that everybody can do that. I guess they could kind of listen to it in their iPod things or whatever.
5:30, still invite them over.
5:37. Well, we'll mess around with it next week. In the meantime, guys, we're back. We have been planning on doing this live stream thing for a couple of weeks now. Austin had to get some equipment. I chose YouTube instead of Facebook Live because Facebook Live is Facebook, and honestly, fuck Mark Zuckerberg. I'd rather have it on my website. So we're doing YouTube Live. We will, as technology progresses, we have some softwares that we're looking into to be able to stream it to multiple platforms, including Facebook. The problem with all these live streams, though, is like there's comments, I'm sure, on my forum. I can't read them while I'm talking. And you start doing Facebook and my website and God knows everywhere else. It's how are you going to see all the comments to answer them? I'm going to go more with a, you got my number, give me a call, or hell, we'll even announce the number every now and again. And if you want to call in, great. We're kind of unofficial. We're not Tom Likas. We don't have a switchboard or an operator, although Amber is itching for one now after seeing this. Say, call my cell phone, man. You want to talk? I'll hold you up to the microphone. We can talk a minute. There is a little three-second delay there, so if you're on the phone, just turn down the volume to your speakers. All right, guys, this is River Dave from RiverDavesPlace.com signing off. And remember, 50% off trailer hitches right now, or 19% off your clothing order with the What is the what's the code there?
Code is Corona.
Code is Corona, like the beer, not the virus. Thanks so much, guys. We'll see you.